The Kia Sorento falls somewhere between a compact and a mid-sized SUV. The SUV is well known for its large interior and cargo area. Nowadays, you can see the Sorento being used everywhere. The SUV official has received 867 complaints, 1 investigation, and over 6 recalls to date. An engine oil pressure switch leak is being a part of investigation. The 2016 Kia Sorento has a nice exterior, but the SUV has many serious issues, so today we'll take a closer look at it. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe and let's get started. Engine issues. Users reported that the engine would occasionally stall or seize at any time. The engine would frequently consume or burn large amounts of oil, leaving the oil tank empty and causing overheating and the appearance of smokes. Other significant issues included the engine making a knocking noise while operating or starting, the engine occasionally failing while operating, and the engine losing power and stuttering when accelerating. According to CarComplaints.com, the typical repair cost of this problem is about $6,500. Powertrain issue. The gear would not shift out of park for some users, and they would have to use a screwdriver to override it. Suspension issue. Few users reported that the SUV's crossmember had cracked, which could have resulted in serious injuries. An improper weld may break, altering how the rear suspension aligns and raising the likelihood of a collision. This problem is fixed by a recall. Fuel and propulsion system issue. One user reported that the SUV would leak green fluid after parking, the gas pedal would not function, and a few other owners claimed the SUV caught fire and that the fuel system was to blame. The fuel system leaks were the subject of a recall. Service brakes issue. According to some owners, the SUV would accelerate on its own when the brakes were applied while in reverse. Other customers complained that when making a turn or stopping quickly, the brakes would not decelerate and would not brake properly. Steering issues. For many users of the Kia Sorento, the steering problem was quite prevalent. Users occasionally experience tight, difficult steering that requires more effort to turn the wheel at any speed or on any type of road. Typically, users restart the engine. It was a waste of time to bring the problem to the dealership because they typically say the SUV is in perfect working order or that it cannot be fixed. Exterior lighting issue. The headlights frequently went out at random times, which was a problem with the exterior lighting. Aside from these problems with the turning indicators not working, switching from the left to the right indicator would cause the right indicator to light up, and vice versa. The dealership's assistance was appalling, and the majority of customers chose not to have it fixed. Airbag failure. The majority of complaints involved the airbags failing to deploy in collisions or accidents. Other problems included airbag sensor misfires and airbags being disabled for some users when they went off. Structure issues. The car paint would bubble up or flake off in pieces for a number of users. The paint on the hood would occasionally peel off in some users' cars while they were driving and stick to the windshield. Other problems included sticky door handles that prevented the passenger from opening the door from the inside. Trailer hinges. Some users complained that while operating the SUV, the trailer brake lights would remain on, confusing other motorists. But there is a recall for this problem. Seatbelt failure. Owners who reported that the airbags failed to inflate also claimed that the seatbelts failed to operate or lock during a collision or accident. The seatbelt was subject to a recall. Visibility issue. A few complaints were about the sunroof not closing properly, and the majority of other complaints were about the sunroof blowing up or breaking while driving. Electrical system malfunction. A common issue that the users encountered was that the vehicle would suddenly lose its electric power in the middle of a drive, keep stalling, and prevent the user from increasing speed or applying the brakes, leaving the vehicle to move forward continuously. Vehicle speed control issue. A few owners complained that the SUV would not accelerate past a certain speed and would not reach higher revs. Other complaints included slow response when depressing the accelerator, inability to slow the SUV while braking, and loss of power. Vehicle speed control has been recalled. Speaking about the recalls, there are only 6 recalls related to the 2016 Kia Sorento, but all of them are really serious. A full list of recalls now you can see on the screen. Should you buy? No way. Avoid this Sorento model year as a plague. Most of the complaints that were made about the 2016 Sorento's problems involved the engine and powertrain. The majority of these complaints have not yet been recalled. When customers took their SUVs to the dealer or the manufacturer, the majority of them refused to help or wouldn't even thoroughly investigate the issue. Even some users have experienced injuries and a few fatalities. The SUV received a 5-star rating from NHTSA for overall safety, but neither the mechanical nor the electrical systems were examined. The 2016 Chevrolet Traverse, for example, which has received fewer complaints than the Kia Sorento and has proven to be safer and more dependable, would be a better choice.